Imagine this. You're working on a DIY project and suddenly, boom, your fingers are stuck together. Panic sets in. You pull, twist, maybe even bite, but that bond feels unbreakable. Why does super glue work so fast? And why does it seem to love sticking to skin more than anything else? What if I told you that this little tube of adhesive was actually a scientific accident, one that later saved lives on the battlefield? Today, we're diving into the science of superglue, breaking down how it works and why it's so incredibly effective, especially on skin. Superglue isn't just any adhesive, it's a chemical powerhouse designed to bond almost instantly. But while most people use it for fixing broken objects, few realize why it's so effective on human skin. Is it just an accident, or is there something deeper happening on a molecular level? In this video, we'll uncover the science behind superglue, explain why it bonds so aggressively to skin, and even explore how it's been used in medical emergencies. By the end, you'll not only understand what makes this glue so strong, but you'll also know when to use it, when to avoid it, and how to remove it if things go wrong. So, what makes superglue different from regular adhesives? The answer lies in its main ingredient, cyanoacrylate. Unlike traditional glues that need time to dry, cyanoacrylate bonds instantly when it comes into contact with moisture. And guess what? Your skin is covered in moisture. Here's where things get interesting. When superglue touches even the slightest bit of water, it triggers a rapid chemical reaction called polymerization. This reaction forces the molecules to link together into a solid plastic-like structure, creating an incredibly strong bond. That's why when it sticks to your fingers, it's almost impossible to pull apart without peeling skin. But this bonding power isn't just an inconvenience. It's also why superglue has been considered for medical applications. Before we get into that, let's talk about why your skin, of all surfaces, is one of the easiest things for it to bond to. At this point, it's clear. Superglue bonds fast, and skin is one of its favorite surfaces. But what if this problem actually turned out to be a life-saving solution? During the Vietnam War, medics faced a critical issue. Wounded soldiers often bled out before reaching proper medical care. Traditional stitches took time, and in the chaos of the battlefield, time wasn't a luxury. That's when doctors started using a medical-grade version of superglue to seal wounds instantly, preventing excessive blood loss and keeping injuries protected from infection. But before you grab a tube from your toolbox and start sealing cuts at home, there's a catch. The superglue sold in stores isn't designed for medical use. It can release toxic fumes and cause skin irritation or burns. That's why hospitals use specialized versions, which are formulated to be flexible, non-toxic, and safe for human tissue. So how strong is this bond? Let's put it to the test. Now that we know why superglue is so powerful, let's put it to the test. If it can seal wounds in seconds, how does it perform on different materials? First up, paper. A few drops, press it together, and within seconds it's completely bonded. No peeling, no second chances. Next, plastic. This time the bond is even stronger because plastic doesn't absorb moisture like paper. The glue sits on the surface, forming a rigid connection. But what about metal? This is where things get interesting. Since metal is smooth and dry, superglue takes slightly longer to set, but once it does, breaking it apart requires serious force. And finally, a skin substitute. Just like before, the reaction happens almost instantly because of the natural moisture. That's why if you get it on your fingers, you have seconds before you're stuck. So we've seen how powerful this stuff can be, but there are times when using it on skin can go very wrong. Let's talk about when you absolutely should not use superglue. Superglue might seem like a quick fix for cuts and wounds, but there are moments when using it on skin can go terribly wrong. First, deep wounds. If a cut is too deep, sealing it with glue can actually trap bacteria inside, leading to infections. That's why medical professionals only use special-grade adhesives that allow the skin to heal properly. Second, sensitive areas. Accidentally getting glue near your eyes or mouth can be dangerous. The fumes can irritate the skin, and if your lips get glued together, well, that's a trip to the ER you don't want to take. And finally, allergic reactions. While rare, some people experience redness, burns, or even blisters from contact with cyanoacrylate. If you ever notice a reaction, removing the glue the right way is key. Speaking of which, what do you do if you get super glue stuck on your skin? So there you have it, the science behind super glue, why it sticks so well to your skin, and how it's been used in both everyday fixes and medical emergencies. We've seen how powerful this adhesive can be, but we've also learned that it's not always the right solution for every situation. Remember, while super glue can be a lifesaver in some instances, it's crucial to use it safely, whether you're sealing a cut or working on a DIY project. If you're ever in doubt, don't hesitate to reach out to a professional for help. Now, I've got one last question for you. Have you ever glued your fingers together by accident? Share your funny stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more cool science breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.